What's going on, everybody? It's your man, Chris Thorns. Ooh, it's been a while since I've been live. Um, so I don't know how many people gonna actually get this. So a lot of y'all probably gonna see this after it's said and done. So I didn't give it no time. Plus, I've been asleep for a half of the day because these last 3 weeks been kicking my ass. So that's why y'all ain't just really seen me do anything. Cause man, golly. Hey, like they song says, work hard for the money. Nah, gotta get it. Gotta get it when I can. Gotta make something happen. Gotta make something happen, Captain. You know what I'm saying? Especially with all the shit that's going up all over the globe. Rent going up, utilities going up, yeah, all types of shit. And the more it goes up, the harder you gotta work to keep everything afloat. All right, all right. Somebody said I'm muted. Can y'all hear me? Am I muted? Oh, she said she was muted. Okay. All right, guys. But however, though, a couple of y'all had sent me this, and I really want. I had another story I want to talk about, but I guess I'll do a video about that tomorrow. I don't have much time right now, so let's get right into this real. Let's get right into this real quick. All right. And thanks for everybody coming tonight. I'll get to y'all in a minute. I'll get to y'all in a minute, but let me get into this real quick. And I'll give y'all a shout out. All right. I'll give you a shout out. Guys, let's get right into this. We got a story out there in Little Haiti. I want to say this is down there in Miami, Florida. Two of you have sent me this thus far, but pretty much sure a lot will have sent it to me. But I had to get it to it. So I'm going to do my best to try to, I feel kind of rusty, but I'm going to do my best to still to give y'all my thoughts on all these stories that I do. We got a woman that we're going to talk about the name of Odette Joassaint. If I said that right, Odette Joassaint. I think she's Jamaican or wherever they are. She got one of them names right there. And what's going on with this lady right here? Y'all see the story going on. It's a trending story. She says she did not want her kids anymore. She don't want them anymore. So she did the unthinkable. They found the children tied up to the bed, dead. Now, how crazy is that? Then on top of that, Easter's get ready to come up. Now, I don't know if people of her nature, Haitian, or I'm saying Jamaican, Haitian or whatnot. I don't know if they celebrate things like Easter or whatnot, but it's crazy that we got stories like this that's happening, and Easter is right around the corner, which was the story I was going to do earlier about the girl who got shot, waiting on the Easter Bunny. I'm like, man, how sad is that? But look like she's gonna survive, but still sad that happened. A child got shot because she want to see the Easter Bunny. That's crazy as hell, man. Innocent children want to do innocent things that we had when we grow up, but they not getting a chance to do it because you got just stupid son of a bitches in the world that just don't know how to control one, their emotions, and another one, two, they trigger finger on a gun. Amen. It is crazy as hell. What a baby doing shot waiting on the Easter Bunny? What a baby doing shot waiting to see Santa Claus and shit like that? Those days you would think you have a cold and be like, man, hey, chill out, man. You got children around, but everybody don't think like us. Everybody don't think like us. So crazy. But anyway, though, don't let me tell y'all. Let y'all hear for yourself. And as always, y'all share y'all thoughts on what y'all gonna hear. Let's get right into it. Have a listen.
Heartbreak in Little Haiti.
It's just crazy because I have kids too.
A mother accused of killing her young children.
She seemed like her mind wasn't correct.
A father left holding pictures instead of his kids. The question tonight, what led to this tragedy at home?
It's a story we first brought you as breaking news last night at 11.
Tonight we know that the children were 3 and 5 years old. They were found bound and unresponsive in an apartment bedroom. Just hard to even say this. CBS 4's Ashley Dyer joins us with reaction to this extremely sad situation. Ashley?
It is extremely heartbreaking story, Lauren and Elliot. Tonight we are learning that police are very familiar with this house. They've responded here for several incidents involving domestic violence, trespassing, and several disturbances. But police say this is the first incident involving children.
Wasn't it different?
A father shows up to the apartment building where police say his 5-year-old daughter Laura and 3-year-old son Jeffrey were found dead. The person accused of the heinous act, their own mother.
You're a mother. How do you feel? Like, what is there? Is a devil in your head?
Police say 41-year-old Odette Joassaint called them last night.
We received several calls to 911 where they were calling, but she wasn't saying much.
When officers arrived to the house, the children's mother appeared to be having a mental episode.
One of the things that she did tell our officers is, they're inside, go get them, I don't want them.
Inside, officers found her 2 children bound at their wrists, ankles, and necks.
It was a little sweet and happy to, and I love this kid so much.
Police are still investigating what led to the murders, but say it's not the first time they've been to this house.
We've responded there numerous times.
This afternoon, Joassaint appeared in front of a judge charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder.
Count 1 for first-degree murder is no bond. Count 2, first-degree murder, no bond.
We're still waiting for the medical examiner's office to tell us exactly how these children died, but ahead at 6, we'll tell you what police say likely happened. Live in Little Haiti, Ashley Dyer, CBS 4 News.
The lady asked in the news clip, she said, "Do you have a devil in your head?" And when I first heard that, I was saying to myself, ma'am, yeah, they're Haitian. Yeah, thank you, Ken. Yeah, they're Haitian. I don't know why I said Jamaican or Nigeria. I don't know where they came from. Hold on, guys. All right, sorry about that. What was I saying? Yeah, she asked the question, do she got a devil in her head? I mean, honest, I said to myself when I heard that, is that a rhetorical question? I mean, a lot of these people, that's why they call mental illness. And guys, I want y'all to understand something. I don't never downplay mental illness. All the time, I really just downplay it when people try to use it to get out of shit. But I don't never downplay it because it actually is real. I'm going to keep stressing that mental illness is real. So don't never downplay it, you know. And apparently something was going on with this woman where she got a devil in her system that she wanted to do this to a child. I'm saying to say that, you know, she don't want him anymore. But then we always got to look at this too, you know. Again, a lot of people say, and I truly agree with this, I think a lot of people like her do this to children in anguish toward the father. So since they can't get to the father, what do? They take it out on the children. All right. So it could be one of those two, or it could be both. You know, she was mad. She mad at him about something. And if they knew she had mental illness, you know, maybe he did something to trigger it. And out of anger towards him, she took it out on the children. You know, that's just stuff that we're throwing out there. But however, they say mental illness, they throwing it out there right now, you know. But I guess until she come out and say what the real issue is, we don't know what the real issue as to why she did this. And they actually, you know, we don't know why she did it. Well, again, according to y'all, listen to this, you know, it's part of her mental illness why she did it, you know. So, again, I just want y'all to understand, I would never downplay that at all. I would never downplay it. I just hate when people try to use it to get out of shit knowing damn well they sane enough to go to court and knowing damn well they know what they did, and then try to make the public have sympathy for them by pleading insanity, you know, which that shit don't fly me a lot of times. Sometimes that you could really tell somebody's crazy, and sometimes that you know that somebody is in their good right mind. All right, know what the fuck is going on. But on the outside looking in, looking at her picture, the way she looking, a one-way judge and say, yeah, it look like something is wrong with that motherfucker. But then again, all of us can make a face to make it look like something wrong with us, but we could be putting on the act. Amen. So I would never downplay that. All right. But it's sad that to see the dad out there, he comes out, he got a hold of pictures of his children. But I got to question this too, if y'all don't mind. I got to question this as well. Did he have a major role in the children's life? I got to question that too. I don't know how big of a part they were playing in this story, but y'all know me, we got to ask them kind of questions right there. And on top of that, we had to ask this question as well. If she does have mental illness, depending on, I guess, how serious it is, was anybody there that was doing routine checks on her or things like that, to make sure her and her children was okay? Was anybody doing that, because if it's that serious for what it sounds like, how they put it in the story, then where are the surrounding people? Or does she have a circle support or what, I don't know, maybe somebody who's Haitian, if they come see this later, maybe they could tell me how the family support among their culture, Do they stick together, in times like these, or they just like a lot of families, everybody go their separate ways, and don't nobody really just say nothing to each other unless they want something. So, anybody who's Haitian, you see this later, which I know somebody on Facebook it is. Matter of fact, I'm going to hit her up later. I'm tell her about this story, see what she'll tell me about it. But anybody that's Haitian that's listen to this later or probably here right now, maybe y'all can tell me the family dynamics amongst their culture or whatnot. So, I did another thing crazy about this story. Y'all heard they've been getting multiple calls to this house. So in a scenario like that, I mean, what do you do? What are you supposed to do? If you currently getting called to this house and you heard the man said when we talked to her, it just blanket statements or you just don't understand what is going on, period. So I don't know. Maybe some of y'all may feel a little different. I saw somebody say, hey, keep her in prison, maybe so. I know that's one thing. I guess they'll prevent her from hurting any other children if that was to happen, but I don't know. So anyway, though, let's get into another clip. Well, they coming out and she said, hey, she didn't want him. Come get him. This is what she said.
A mother under arrest accused of the unthinkable killing her 2 children.
Her son and daughter were found dead last night at a home in Little Haiti.
And Local 10 News reporter Trent Kelly is joining us live from there.
He has a reaction from the father of the children. Trent.
Well, Janice, Christie, the kids at the center of this case, just 3 and 5 years old. As you mentioned, their own father did return here to the very same home where they were murdered overnight. Their own mother now sitting in jail, accused in their deaths. The big question now among friends and family is why. A Miami mother facing murder charges, accused of tying up and killing her own 2 kids.
Your mother, how do you feel? Like, what is there? Is a devil in your head?
Police arresting 41-year-old Odette Joassaint overnight on 2 counts of first-degree murder. They say Joassaint called 911 several times late yesterday, but never said why. Officers eventually responding to her apartment off Northeast 75th Street and 1st Avenue in Little Haiti, where she allegedly told them, quote, "Come get them. I don't want them anymore." It wasn't until investigators went inside her unit that they discovered the bodies of her 3-year-old son Jeffrey and 5-year-old daughter Laura tied up in a back bedroom, both children pronounced dead at the scene.
And sir, do you know anything? Any idea why this happened?
Their heartbroken father at a loss for words while arriving at the scene earlier today. Along with him, he brought 2 large photos to remember his kids, their toys still laying in the lawn nearby.
There's always inside the house. They always go to school, like, normal kids.
Neighbors still in shock, now left wondering why something like this would even happen.
I seen them like a couple of days ago. I said hi to them, like I always do, give them fist bumps, but it's just sad. Like, it's still kind of like surprising.
And according to court records, there is a history among this couple. Back in 2017, Joassaint, we're told, was arrested for battery against the children's father. Just 2 years later, she applied for and was granted a domestic violence injunction against the very same person. Again, Joassaint.
Is anybody surprised by what you just heard right there? There you go. There go one thing right there that has been in history. I didn't even know that. It's my first time hearing this video. And I said her name wrong. It's Joassaint. I thought it was Joassaint, but it's Joassaint. So, my bad. My bad. But any of y'all surprised what you just heard right there? There you go right there. It's a history. It's always a history. And he... Yeah, let me hear that again. Let's hear it again.
It's still kind of like surprising.
And according to court records, there is a history among this couple. Back in 2017, Joassaint, we're told, was arrested for battery against the children's father. Just 2 years later, she applied for and was granted a domestic violence injunction against the very same person. Again, Joassaint remaining in jail this afternoon. She will likely appear before a judge in bond court later today. We, of course, will monitor that, and we'll keep you posted on what happens. But for now, that is the latest live from Miami this afternoon. I'm Trent Kelly, Local 10 News.
All right. There it is right there. But that was back in 2017. I do believe people can change or whatnot. But then again, y'all know when we do these stories, they go back and use stuff like that, I guess, to give us a little background of what's going on between the two. Which lead me to believe now that maybe my theory is correct. You know, she probably was mad at the dad, along with top of her mental disability, if she really got one. But according to them, she does. So we're gonna roll with that right now that she does. On top of that, you know, she's apparently a lot of stuff been going on between her and this man, and she got a lot of anger towards this man. And instead of handling her business with this man, you know, she took it out on the children. And on top of that, instead of her, you know, just giving her children to him, let him deal with it, you know, this is what you choose to do. You bind them on the bed and they are dead. Now, I don't think it says what's the actual cost of death was. Let me see if I can pull up an article, because they just saying they were found bound to a bed and they was dead. All right. Let's see here. They help her. She's 41 years old and the death of her two young children after officers responding to repeated. Oh, she kept calling 911 and hanging up. Listen. Excuse me. She's been arrested in the death of her two young children after officers responding to repeated hang up 911 calls. Oh, what? Yeah. From her apartment where they found their tied up bodies. She said, "Come get them. I don't want them anymore." She told officers who responded to the scene on Tuesday night. According to the arrest report, police said she appeared to be irrational. The officers entered the apartment and found a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old girl. The children were lying in a prone position on the bed with their arms, legs, and neck tied. If I'm thinking what I'm thinking, the prone, that's on your belly, and ooh, if I'm picturing what I'm picturing, that's gruesome. If I'm picturing what I'm picturing. And if I'm picturing what I'm picturing, then one of the signs caused them to die was strangulation. If I got the right picture in my head. They prone mean on your stomach. So you had their hands and feet. So they mean you had their hand and feet tied. I guess they try to get them first aid until the Miami fire rescue crew arrived and pronounced them dead. Authorities have not released information on how they were killed, but the woman has been charged with 2 counts of murder. It is not yet clear how many calls were made to 911 or whether she spoke to a dispatcher. Michael Vega said the father was not living there at the time, but said there had been at least 4 calls made to the address in the past year over domestic violence. Y'all hear that? Why would I do these stories 9 times out of 10? I'd be right. It has been 4 calls made to the address in the past year over domestic violence, trespassing, and disturbance. I'll repeat that again. Domestic violence, trespassing, and disturbance. None of the incidents involved the children, and no arrests were made, Vega said. The father told the Associated Press that he would pick up the children every weekend and they would go and spend the night with him. Joassaint, both are originally from Haiti, but they arrived in 1995 and she came to the U.S. in 2015. He said she had asked me to cancel my contract with the apartment to move back with her. Okay, she asked him to cancel his contract with the apartment to move back in with her. He said, but she created too many problems. Y'all hear me now. Y'all keep up with me. He also said he was not aware of any diagnosis for... I want y'all to hear this right here. I want y'all to hear this. He said he was not aware of any diagnosis for mental illness. He wasn't aware. But now, depending on how long they dated, I'm kind of curious about that. So it makes me ask the question now, if he said he wasn't, aware of any of that, then do she really have it? But doesn't mean that the family may not have knowledge of she had her issues or whatnot. But then again, she may not have much family down here in the U.S. But let's continue. But he said Joassaint had lost custody to the state of an older child. That child's father remained in Haiti. Law enforcement also work with the Florida Department of Children and Families, but it is not yet clear whether they have been involved with the family in the past. I wouldn't be surprised if they have been involved, because a lot of these stories we've been doing lately, guess who's involved? CPS. But we hear these stories, all this foolery going on, and CPS just go over there and don't do nothing. It appears they don't do nothing. They be like, ain't nothing going on, so we're gonna leave them with the mother, or they do take them out the home, and guess who they do? They give it back to the mother, in which what we are reading here that the mother was causing problems. So if that is the case, then I guess CPS, kudos to y'all. Y'all fucked up again, I guess. But we'll wait till all they come out though. I'm just saying ahead of time, but I'm pretty much sure we may be right on that as well, but we'll see. She had lost custody to the state of an older child. That child's father remained in Haiti. Law enforcement also working with Florida Department of Children and Families, but it's not yet clear whether they had been involved with the family in the past. The state agency did not respond to requests for information. How about that? And y'all notice that too, whenever they try to reach out to them, they never got a response. All right? They never got no response. So, in a nutshell, what it sounds like to me, the dad, I guess he was trying to move in the right direction. He was trying to do what's right by the children, but according to him, Joassaint was causing too many problems between them. All right, sound like she was causing too many problems in the relationship. That's why I had to get on down. She tried to get him to move in with her. I'm actually kind of glad he didn't, because hey, it could have been him in this situation, but I'm glad he didn't though. But at the end of the day, I think I'm almost right. That all this was towards him. It really wasn't towards the children. All this was towards him. So she can't get him. She did it to them. And that's a damn shame, because those were beautiful babies. Let me put that picture back up here. There go her children right there. Two beautiful children right there. Right there. All right. Queen said he a mess too. Why he out there holding up them pics like that? Why you say he a mess? I'm curious about that. Why you say he a mess? Now, however, though, I will say this now, when I ask them questions, he kind of, it's like he was brushing it off, But again, everybody agree different. I agree with that. But when I ask them questions, I don't know. And when I first saw that, I like, yeah, he just brushed it off like that, dude. I mean, where the fire at, where the rage at, but people agree different. But that's the first time I've kind of seen that, where if they do find the father, they ask the father a question and he just burst on it. I don't know. maybe my emotions, y'all emotions, maybe a little bit different for everybody else's, you know. But I don't think I could just be that nonchalant as my child was killed, especially by the person who I created them with. I don't think my attitude can be that nonchalant where I could just be like, just brush up. I don't know. Even if I don't know, you know, I think I have some kind of fiery rage or whatnot, you know. But everybody ain't me, and everybody ain't y'all. You said it's been toxic for a while. Well, that what it sounds like. They said over this past year, you know, there's been multiple calls to their residents or whatnot. So, yeah. So it probably had been toxic for a while. But according to him, for what I just read, you know, she's the one been causing all the problems. So, you know, but I will say this too, just to be fair. I will say this too. And y'all tell me y'all agree with me when I say this. Just to be fair. It's easy to blame somebody else when the heat is not on you. Amen? Do y'all agree with me when I say that? It's easy to put the blame and the full blame on everybody else when the heat is not on you. Amen? How many of y'all agree with me when I say that? It's easy to put the blame on. It's easy to put the full blame on somebody when the heat is not on you. And I'm not saying that's what he's doing. I'm not saying that at all. But we got to keep that in mind too. When stuff like this goes down, whether they in jail or dead or wherever the case may have been, it's always easy to say it's their fault versus your part up in it. It's easy for them to say that. All right? Right? So, rest in heaven, young ones. Rest in heaven. Rest in heaven. Let me see you all up here and get on out of here. It's time to head back to the workhouse. I kind of hate that I agree to do extra hours, but gotta do it. Anyway, Miss Cooley, how you doing? Night Owl, what's going on? Juju, how you doing? She said, hey, Chris, I miss y'all. I miss you too, babe. What's going on? Sandy in the middle, what's going on? Roll 'em out. Night Owl, what up? Everything, Reese. Reese, did you see the story that I sent you? I don't know if you're still in the chat room, but I did your story and I emailed it to you. Don't know if you saw it, but I sure did it. I did it. Ken came in the middle. What up? Miranda, what's up? Miss Ride or Die. Hey, what's up? How you doing? When you swinging through Memphis again? Queen Waller, what the dealio? Miss Dees, what's going on? Red Dog, what's going on? Miranda said she was beating on the father. Apparently so. Well, no, they didn't say. What they labeled her. How he put it is she was the aggressor, you know. So I don't know if he was hitting her back. I don't know. I guess all that would come out in due time. Crystal Moore, hope you're doing well, dear. I know you just lost somebody. Hope you're doing well, dear. I think that's pretty much it right there. Let's see if I missed anybody else. I think that's pretty. Tanya M, what's going on? How you doing? I think that's pretty much everybody right there. Yeah. So silent to me is he's labeling her as the aggressor or whatnot, but if it does come out that they both was beating on each other, I wouldn't be surprised. Because again, like I said right at the end of the show, like I said, it's easy to put the blame. It's easy to put the blame on somebody when the heat is not on you. All right. Or however, when the heat is on you, it's easy for you to blame somebody else because it's a such thing that a lot of people do. And I know quite a few people do this. It's everybody else's fault except for theirs. They blame everybody and everything else. And I'm going to keep stressing this shit. You know, because I'm tired of seeing people, you help people, and then when things go wrong, you know, they blaming you or everybody else. Now, all of a sudden, you are a fake person or a fake friend. But wait a minute though. What's making me fake now? If I'm fake now, then I was fake when you needed my assistance. I was fake when you needed my help. So what's making me fake now? Why? Because I'm not kissing your ass? Why? Because I'm not doing what you want me to do? Because I'm not letting you control me? Why am I fake now? And every good deed that you do to the person or persons, it goes out the window. You everything but this good person that you was in the beginning. And I'm pretty much sure a lot of y'all can attest to that in the chat room. All right? As long as you're doing good for people or you're doing what they want you to do, you the best fucking friend in the world. All right? But soon as things go wrong, you everything but that person that they needed your assistance and your help from. And I know I'm preaching on that, but amen to that. So, which go back to what I said earlier. It is easy to blame other people when the heat is not on you and when the heat is on you. All right. It's easy to blame other people and say it's their fault. It's very easy to do that. Anyway, let me get out of here. As always, love y'all. Peace out. Y'all take care of yourself and each other. And stay tuned for more stories and more updates. I'm your man, Chris Thorns, and catch y'all next time. Peace out.